live?
Right, we are now live, yep. So, welcome everyone to the 4th episode of our D&D campaign for WildMount. I don't know why they're giggling in the background. I've obviously done something. What have I done?
It wasn't you, it was Ben.
What'd he do?
So
He
be
came
live.
back-
Be alive?
We live!
You're right.
It said, everyone be quiet. We live! Right, so just to run through where we are from the previous campaign for our newest player, Jan, who's come in, and we will introduce their character in the coming combat. So the characters are currently aboard the ship, the Wave Chaser or Wave Seeker, and they came into contact with Moonbeam, a ship of the Clovis Concord that's currently hunting down Captain Three Earrings and the Revelry Pirates. In this, Lieutenant Commander Voskia Lath boarded the ship and engaged in combat with our party. The party managed to successfully defeat Voskia Lath, quite viciously in fact. His legs are still pinned to the deck, where his body is in absolute gory mess. But we do have a slight issue that Brant Sar is barely alive right now. He had his throat slit by Voskia, and he's currently on his last legs, but the combat still rages on. So we join our party again aboard the Wave Chaser, and we get ready to continue as the crew underneath are still continuing to battle with more of the Clovis Concord that have boarded the ship.
Okay. So is it? Oh, is Arion?
Ariana.
No, Harry.
No, Harry isn't here.
Okay. All right. Cool. Right. Anyway, so I'll take my go then. Right. So
Yeah.
I'm going to back Ben up. I am going to I'm gonna lay on hands, and I'm gonna give Ben 10 HP.
Okay, go for it.
So that takes up my one action, but just as a bit of extra backup for him, I am going to use a spell which is called Shield of Faith, and like basically it surrounds Ben with a shimmering field. So what is it? So it's +2 bonus AC for the duration, which is the duration's 10 minutes.
Okay, brilliant. So for 10 minutes, he's currently got AC +2. All right, excellent.
And health now, so Ben, you need to bump your health up to 10.
I already had done it.
Right, good man.
I was
Right,
all over that.
no worries.
Okay. So you can hear the sound of gargling down below as Boeth, who you saw previously, has been stabbed through the back of his throat, betrayed by a previous crew member. So this almost horrible guttering sound is coming up from the deck below as he's bleeding out up against the rowing boat. Jarkle holding back blood, staining their hand from where they've turned on the crew. The rest of the crew are currently faced by a number of enemies that seem to be far better equipped and far better trained for this fight. Captain Three Earrings is moving separately around the rowboat, trying to fight and trying to save as much of the crew as she can, but every time that she moves, she's confronted by more men.
Okay, where's this two down over here?
Yep, this is down on the main deck.
Okay. All right, cool.
How many men's around Three Earrings at the moment?
So Three Earrings has moved back around to her men. So she's got Jarkol on one side. If she moves around the other side of the rowboat, she's got 2 heavily armoured men. And the 3 crew members the 2 crew members that are remaining, Jalio and Kajori, they're confronted by 3 men.
Who's the saboteur?
The saboteur is Jarkol.
Right, okay. We're continuing with the same initiative order, Cal, or?
No, it'll be a new initiative order.
All right.
We draw.
But before we do, so the boat itself, as it laps at the waves and you're getting ready and prepared, Rogar has gone over, healed Brant as much as he can to bring him back from the guttural wound that's been cleaved into his neck. A banging comes from the side of the Clovis Concord ship Moonbeam, and shouting can be heard. a character, someone fast and quick and prepared, comes driving, jumping over the side of the deck and landing in amongst your party. Welcome, Zenazila.
Is it Shan? Sorry.
Hmm.
Gotcha.
That's me. Hello.
I didn't actually get the zip file for you, Jan, so you're going to have a custom one
It's on
for
the
now.
Discord.
It's on the Discord now, is it?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right, hang on.
Matt,
Is he friendly?
yeah, Matt's in.
I'm
Yeah,
here.
Oh,
I'm
we're
here now.
Sorry, no dramas. You haven't missed anything. I just
Yes.
heal anything.
I left the we left the quiz without the result. So
Fair play.
Dedication, that's dedication.
That's dedication. Fair play. Right, hang on. I need to get Jan's character in.
You put your boobs away, please. It's not that kind of show.
sorry, stream.
Right, so I'll have to remember how to do
799
this quickly. Custom figurine, front image. It's not a figurine, is it?
No, it's,
No, it's asset bundle.
asset bundle.
Here we go.
You made me a mod.
Bear with, bear with. Sorry about this stream.
Do I need to be somewhere on this app or what?
Not at the moment.
On your name, so the name of your character. If you can find it, it's on there.
Boom.
Like your main screen looks like that.
So with a mighty crash, a warrior princess lands amongst you, wielding a sword and shield. A mighty war cry. Dolazina, can I hear a war cry? Lands in amongst the deck, amongst you. What do you want to do, party?
How far away is Jack Al? What his name is?
Jarkal's down on the main deck, so they're about 100 meters away from you right now.
What do you mean? It's not that's a big boat.
It is a very big boat.
Alright, cool. Well, I want to move up so I can move my hex over onto him.
Yeah.
This new person that jumps on the boat is
It's a
from his
princess.
ship.
Yeah, so Zenazila, this character, has jumped over from the Clovis Concord ship and has landed in amongst you.
Okay, so these will kind of turn ready to attack, but wants to size it up first. So shield and spear pointing directly at him.
Right, okay, so
I don't
you're
know what's
prepping
going-
your shield against Zenazila. Zenazila, what are you going to do? He's prepping his shield against you.
Just as a little warning, said what you're doing.
Yeah, friend or foe, basically.
Yeah.
Talk to him, characters. Talk to him. Zenazila's jumped on your ship, fully armed and facing you down.
So I'm saying to you, you friend or foe.
So Solazina looks at them and smiles back, and she starts to face towards their common enemy.
Okay, sweet. Okay, fair enough. So for now, let's just deal with the scrap. I suggest. Obviously, if this person's on our side for now, like I said, we can quiz them later. At the moment, we just got extra hands to help fight this board off, innit? But this sketch, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does
Okay.
he run off or stay in between us? Or that, like, I'm not sure.
So,
It's a shit.
at the moment, she's standing at the top of the steps that are leading down to the main deck. She's looked at you, smiled, and turned to face the enemies down the decking. So her back is presented to you right now.
Cool.
Damn it.
I want to run up to the edge so I can move my hex over and then I can start Eldritch blasting the spy.
I'm gonna get in the nitty gritty, so I'm gonna head down the steps.
Okay, so you're heading down the steps, yeah? Are you pushing past Solazina? Are you pushing past her?
Well, I'll go side to side because I appreciate anyone that's up for a good scrap. So I'll go side to side and just keep an eye on eye. But I'll go to head down the steps and I'll ask Solazina, are you coming down with me?
Okay, so Solazina, how you responding? Rogar's walked up to you, this massive dragonborn.
Solazina follows.
Sweet, here we go. All right, cool. So me and her are heading down the steps.
Does
Um,
Zeno always speak in the
Ben,
third person?
obviously.
Yeah, the Solazina always speak in the third person.
I'll say to Brant, just obviously try and stay back a bit because obviously you need to sort look after yourself first off. Do you know what I mean?
I will head just to the top of the steps.
Okay.
Where's the traitor?
The traitor is, I don't know if you're watching the stream right now, you should be able to see
Yeah.
the stream on Discord. Can you see my hand? I've
Yeah.
I've named each of the characters. If you hover over them, you can see which one's named which. So Boeth,
Okay.
that's Jarkle there. Boeth
Okay.
is injured. He's down. He's gonna die.
Okay.
Dalyu and Kajori are facing the three enemies, and Heidel is currently still commanding the ship, steering the ship. But both ships
Okay.
keep ploughing into each other, keep crashing into each other constantly.
Oh.
So the deck's
That's-
rocking underneath your feet at the moment. Grappling hooks are being thrown across and the ships are being pulled into one another. You can hear more and more war cries coming up from the decks of the Clovis Concord ship.
So are we rolling for initiative now or waiting to see what the others are doing?
I
in
need to
regard-
see what the others are doing. So Brant, you're staying back, but staying at the top of the steps. Zavros is looking over the rigging by Heidal, so that he's looking down onto the main deck. Ariana, what are you doing?
Can I find somewhere to hide, please?
Brilliant.
Can do. So, okay, there's a bit of a different
Will
response.
you?
Bit of a different.
I was going to because well.
Wait, no, I'm
Go,
going
go,
to
go, go.
hide, and I'm going
Yep.
to do a perception check on the other boat to see what is going on over there.
Okay,
And
so
I need to do it hidden away.
where do you want to go from a hidden perspective? You can fly, mind.
Well, I don't right.
Where do you want to go?
Well, I can't really see it because it's tiny on my screen. Sorry. Is there anywhere like?
You can go up to the crow's nest.
I could be seen, can't I?
The lower down you are, if you're lower on the deck, because you're short, you're going to have a disadvantage roll on the perception check. The higher you are, I will give you an advantage roll on the perception check for using the
Okay.
height to your advantage.
Okay, we'll go up to the crow's nest then.
Okay, so Ariana, wings begin fluttering. You can hear that sort of a rhythmic sound as her wings take off and she flies up into the crow's nest. Okay, so if you want to roll for perception for me, please.
Yeah. Are you getting it through on yours this time or no?
Yep, I've got it.
Yeah.
So looking across onto the deck of the Clovis Concord ship Moonbeam, you can see that the ship is highly well maintained. The crew are moving about their business rapidly. The grappling hooks are being thrown over, clutching onto the edge of your ship and pulling in. So Moonbeam is a smaller ship. You can see where the cannonballs have struck earlier and that there is some damage there, but the ship itself, it is swarming with men. There's more and more of them you can see on the main deck, and you can see that there's more of them below as well.
Okay.
So what you can see is that the first boarding party has landed, but a second boarding party is beginning to get ready as well.
So phase 2 speaking across.
So there's
How
another...
many okay.
Go ahead, what's the question?
I was gonna say, how many ropes are there on the board on the ship?
So on the main deck, there's currently 3 ropes that are hanging in position. And there's another
Whereabouts?
further one further back that's steadying the ship so they're alongside. So the bumping sensation, because the front isn't secured, the ships themselves are together, but then they start to drift apart before the ropes snap, grow taut, and crash back into each other again. So you can see that the crew are moving to the front of the Moonbeam and they're getting ready with the grappling hooks to stop that from happening. But every now and then there's a shuddering strike that causes the 2 ships to vibrate with the sheer force and impact that's knocking you off balance.
I think we should try and get. Well, I was going to say we should try and if there's multiple parties coming on board, we should try and cut the ropes so that we can get away and stop adding further men onto the board. Would be my suggestion on that. I don't know what the other party members think.
I'm easy. I'll crack on with trying to like attack some of these guys down here. But if you know where the ropes and stuff are,
Yeah, I can help you with that because I haven't got much life left. So.
Okay, I'll because he hasn't got much life, and I'm pretty tanky. I'll stay with you. Brant.
So you're going to stay at the top of the stairs with Brant, yeah?
But until we can try and get some of these ropes off, I'll stay at the top and try and cut some of the ropes with Brant.
Captain
The que-
Sylvester.
If you shot at them with an arrow, can you destroy the ropes that way?
You can
You'd have to
destroy
hit
the
them
ropes,
first.
yeah. You'd have to hit them, but you can destroy the ropes by shooting arrows and bolts at them.
Okay. Should we do?
Yeah, I'll go. So
Higher
I'll
up,
try and
I can shoot down.
Say again?
I'm just thinking from higher up, I can shoot down.
Yep, so you can see all three of the ropes are currently taunt in between. So you can see all three ropes are taunt in between. So are you wanting to fire on one of the ropes?
Yeah.
We'll do one each. Do one each.
Okay, so if you can then, if you're going to be firing on one of the ropes, what would you say this one is, Grant, as a check? Back me up on this.
It'd be like an attack, but we'd probably need to do it in combat if we're still in combat. Like,
Yeah, you are still in combat at the moment, mind.
rolling for
should we roll
initiative.
Yeah, we'll roll initiative.
Okay.
Just as before we begin to roll the initiative, in the background you can hear a massive howl come out of Bellamac's throat. So it's this massive war cry, and all you hear is a thundering boom, 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 and then you just see this big green thing launch and jump its way across onto the other ship and start screaming a battle cry as he disappears into the decks of the other ship.
Isn't that an act in our squad?
Yeah, he's not on tonight though.
I was gonna say. Well, no, I don't want to cut the ropes because he's gonna leave him to his own business. Right, okay.
Right, are we rolling initiative? Yeah.
Yeah, roll for initiative, everyone.
I got 6.
Right, wait there. Let me just get the initiative order.
How'd you roll?
So on your main screen, you should have like your armor class, but also be an initiative.
At the top, yeah. You look at it from the top, it's like up here.
Okay, so Rogar is a
Secret
6.
gems.
Do you wanna call out who's doing one by one so we get it nailed on?
Yeah, I will do. Okay, let me just add all your names into the initiative order.
Is this the right screen?
At the top, you've got
Yeah.
like a 30
You got
And
that
then
little
you've got-
plus three?
initiative next to it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, press that. In the square.
Okay, yeah, I
You
got
got my
dice.
score,
now.
Callum, yeah?
What's that?
You get my score.
No, bear with me. I'm rolling for the initiative of the enemies a minute.
He's got 30 off.
Moving Lily a minute into her own bed, but I got 6 anyway, so I'm probably last.
Okay, right. Can I have Achilles' score?
Yep. Oh god, that's cool. 10.
What have you got?
10.
10, okay. Can I have Ariana's one?
14.
14, thank you. Can I have Zavros's one?
21.
Oh,
21 on initiative?
Hell yeah.
Fair enough.
seven,
Plus 3.
Brant?
9.
Okay. Solazina?
22.
Fair enough. Sylvester?
24.
24. Excellent, excellent. Okay.
Oh!
Okay, so looking down on the main deck, Sylvester, you can see that there's a number of enemies. 3 of them grouped together. Their backs are to you at the moment as they're facing off against a couple of the crew members. Another 2 are stood off to the left-hand side on the rowboat, about to come round. So they're going to surround Captain Three Earrings. She's going to be stuck between the traitor and the 2 enemies. Group 1's facing the crew members at the moment. You can tell it's an uneven fight. The crew members are using bill hooks, and these men are in armor with swords and shields. So there's the potential there that you don't think that this crew's going to last. So what are you going to do now, Captain Sylvester?
So let me have a look here. So, so these two are still at the bottom of the steps, yeah?
Yeah, those two are still at the bottom of the steps at the moment.
Am I going to be close enough if I drop in behind them? Am I going to be close enough to be able to use my crossbow on the bandits?
You are going to be close enough if you drop in behind them to use your crossbow.
Sweet. I'll use them as human shields, drop in behind them, and I'll fire between them with my crossbow.
Okay, well, you've come flying down the rig in a minute. It's hard because of how the ship's makeup is for me to get you into position. There we go. Okay, you come storming down the steps, one at a time, so you can hear the sort of thudding of the heel of your boots are clattering off them. Your crossbow comes out your back pocket. The bolt has been cocked in, so we're ready. So as you're coming down, you can see your cloak billowing out from behind you as your crossbow comes up ready. So you're going to fire?
Yeah, and I want to go at the one, whoever's closest to the crew.
Yeah, so the one with the... You can see that they've got quite a long spear pointing directly towards the crew. Yeah, you can fire on them. If you can roll for AC for me, please.
Wow.
25 to hit.
25 to hit, yeah. So you do hit, and if you can tell me the damage, please.
5.
5, yeah. So how do you want to fire this crossbow bolt at this guy with the spear? What are you aiming for?
He's facing away from me, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
Right at the bottom of his spine.
Right at the bottom of his spine, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you're running down, your cloak billowing behind you, the long sort of wind taking it, the fog's rolling in from Brant's original spell. As you come charging down, you draw your crossbow and you loose it as you're mid-run, coming up behind Rogar and Zolazina. The bolt flies true, passing past the sword of Zolazina, and you can see the glint of the bolt as it flies past on the sharpened steel. The bolt flies true, aiming straight for the back of the first enemy, and it strikes them in the back. They arch backwards. You can see this physical pain there, but the leather-bound armor that's at the back, they reach behind and break the bolt off, throwing it to the ground at their feet.
Disappointing. I was on such a roll.
Okay. It is now the turn of... Get it up. It is now Solazina's turn. Solazina, what would you like to do?
These are the 3 here, are they?
Yeah, the 3 here on the main deck, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to go into attack. So I'm going to lift my shield and get my sword ready to attack the one probably closest to us there.
Yeah, okay, if you can roll for armor class for me, please.
On your sheet, if you press the little like 9 dots, then go to actions. You'll have your sword with like a little hit DC.
Well, so I don't press armor class.
No, that's your armor class.
Okay.
So,
Oh yeah, the 9 dots. Yeah.
So actions, and then next to your sword
Yeah,
should be two buttons next to it. It'll be the one on the left for the hit DC.
Next to my sword, my long sword.
That's
It says +5. Is that it?
Yeah. So if you tap on that +5.
Okay. 11.
Okay, so you've got 11 in total, yeah?
Yeah, 6 and 5.
Don't think that's come through on the game log, but that's fine. Okay, so as you heft your shield, this mighty weapon, this mighty sort of shield on your arm, the metal embossment around it begins to glint. You lift it up, and as you go to swing your sword in a downwards arc against them, they notice that you're there at the last moment, ducking underneath the blade as it comes flying up. Their blade comes up, clattering against yours, creating a clanging, and they begin to face off with you, ready to duel. Okay, Zavros, it's your turn.
Shout out 3 earrings, charcoal is a spy, and then let out an Eldritch Blast at Charcoal.
Yeah, that's fine. So Captain Three Earrings hears over the top. Just you can see that she's looking really confused and perplexed as to where to run and what to fight. Jarkel's standing there with a bloody hand at the moment. Captain Three Earrings turns around on your words. The shock on her face is palpable. She looks across to you. That can't be. Jarkel can't be a spy. And as you let the Eldritch Blast off, if you can roll for armor class for me, please.
Only a 9.
Only a 9. So the Eldritch Blast begins to sparkle and crackle in your hands. It's growing more and more powerful. You launch it forwards with an almighty force, breaking the side of the rowboat in the centre. It begins to collapse over and fall. Boerthless leaning up against it right now, bleeding out. His body makes no movement as it comes crashing down. He's already dead.
Got a kill anyway.
He's already dead. He was already dead. Okay. So the group of men that you're facing, the seafarers, one has already turned to face you. The next one turns as well, seeing that you're the immediate threat rather than the crew, whereas the one with the spear remains in position, ready to fight the crew members. So the one turns around and they prepare to attack you. Okay. So the first one, the one that's already dodged underneath Solazina's attack, sees the shield hefted and the sword has already been clattered away. They begin their attack. What's your armor class, Jan?
19.
19. Okay. 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 So you can see that they're wielding this almost vicious looking axe in their hand. The rusted and almost bearded and bladed iron looks vicious. So as you go to bring your shield up after they deflect the parry, they hook their axe over the top of it, bringing your shield down and opening you up. As they do that, they lift the axe forward, so it's tore your shield down, it's hooked on. They bring it up and forward, jabbing it down and slashing down into your shoulder, causing 7 damage. The next one, wielding an almighty scimitar, then begins to walk forward, seeing Solazina injured, and goes to launch an attack. As they throw the scimitar up, Solazina, you're really quick to deflect. You bring your shield up and the scimitar clatters into it and then deflects down as you sort of rapidly sort of move to defend yourself. Okay. The third opponent begins to march towards the crew. They strike out using this vicious looking spear with this pointed tip. The first crewmate that's trying to defend is Kajori, and you can see Kajori looks almost frightened and startled to be able to defend. And as Kajori comes forward, the spear lances out, catching them in the throat, tearing downwards, and Kajori, with blood spilling from their throat, drops to the deck dead. Okay. Moving on. Okay. The 2 armed men that are on the other side of the deck begin to advance across in quick time and movement. They begin to move towards the side of the rowboat so they can get in a better position to attack from the side. And they stay there, shields raised, ready to fight.
A quick question. With my damage now, do I add this myself in HP management?
You do, yeah.
Yeah.
And how many damage was it?
7.
7.
Yeah.
Oh, I felt that. Okay.
Hydal, who's on the ship's wheel at the moment, she shouts over, "Watch out! You've got more of them coming!" The 2 of them round the side of the rowboat that's already tipped onto its side now. And as they begin to round the corner and they prepare to fight. Okay. Next on the initiative order is Ariana.
Oh shit. Right, sorry, wasn't paying attention then. I'm up in the crow's nest, aren't I?
You are up in the crow's nest right now, yeah.
Okay, so I'm trying to think, do I go for one of the enemy or do I go for the ropes?
Well, I mean, it's up to you.
As I well, one of our party members is on that boat.
Yeah, I need to save him.
And we're not here to call him back.
I reckon. I'll go for an enemy, but can I use a sneak attack?
You can, yeah, because you're up in the crow's nest,
Yeah.
and they don't know you're there.
Exactly.
They don't expect it.
My screen's not very big on my iPad. The guy with the spear is the one closest to attacking, yeah?
The guy with the spear is the one that's not closest to attacking. He's just killed one of the crew members.
Oh, okay. Which one's closest to attacking? Sorry, I can't really see it.
So the one closest to attacking is the one that's in the red gear that's currently facing off against Zolazina.
Yeah, can I go for him, please?
You
Can
can,
I
yeah.
use my short bow and go for him from up in the crow's nest?
You can, yeah.
Do I roll?
Yeah, roll for me, please.
You got it, yeah?
Yeah, I've got it, yeah. So as you fire the short bow down into the deck, you hear a thwang and then a clatter as the arrow plows into the deck in between the two men that are fighting.
I'm just not a fighter, guys.
Yeah. Ariana's decided she's not a fighter. I don't think she's landed an arrow yet.
I should set the crow's nest and watch out, like.
Okay, so they're facing off now. So the next one in the order, getting ready and prepared to fight, is Achilles.
Right, okay. As one of our party members has gone gung-ho onto the ship, I kind of don't want to cut the ropes because it'd leave him on his own fighting a whole ship of people. Noticing the two people coming down on the left side of the boat, the two random ones, is that right?
Yep, so they're the two strongest, yep. So they're the ones in the really heavy armour.
Oh, brilliant. Okay. Before I go over, can I speak to Brant and ask him to come with me to fight them? Or
Yeah, you can. You're right next to each other.
I'm like, Brant, do you want to come with me and take these two so we don't get sideswiped?
What with the guys with the heavy armor?
The guy with the heavy armor, yeah. I'm game to go.
If my
I just
HP at
need
11.
someone to help me because I've got nowhere to heal me if someone goes down.
Ben, it's like real life. It's like you're destined to get hurt.
The only reason he came and stood next to me was I had low HP, but now he wants me to go and fight.
I'm loving the change
Okay,
in
let's
tactics
go.
this time.
Right up.
You can go behind me though. I'll protect you. I'll take the batter. I just need someone to heal me and get me up.
Yeah, if you've got ranged, Ben, you can keep a bit of distance.
Yeah, okay, let's do it.
Okay, how are you getting down there? So you can run down the main stairs and cut left in front of Captain Sylvester's crossbow, or you can move over to where the barrels are and jump down from the main deck and land next to them.
Yeah, do that.
I'm gonna jump over the barrels.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's my kind of guy.
Okay, so Heidel's there. They're currently on the ship's wheel, turning, trying to maintain the ship. You can tell that it's really hard for them. The force of being able to hold the ship's wheel in position. Their arms are shaking from the effort right now of trying to hold the ship steady. So you run along. Achilles' iron sort of boots are thudding along the floor with Brant following behind with their warhammer. They hop up onto the barrels, using all of the force to lift themselves up, coming down onto the deck and landing with a massive shock that makes the deck quiver as you both land.
Hero landing.
Yeah, hero landing. I will give you a hero landing.
There we go.
Unless you do the code like I did, you don't get it.
Hero landing.
There you go, hero landing. So you've done a hero landing. Actually, to see if you're successful in your hero landing, can I do an agility check, please, for each of you?
I was worried about.
Is that
It'd be like
athletic?
athletics or acrobatics.
Yeah, acrobatics would probably be better.
Okay, acrobatics.
It's like ice skating all over again. Oh.
I did it in style, but
Okay. Okay. So, as Achilles runs, Achilles is running across the deck, going straight towards the crates. There's one crate the smaller. The Achilles' right boot lands on it. Their left boot hopping them up then on top of the crates. They jump down 2-footed from the deck, landing on the main deck, punching their spear into the ground. Their shield held in their left arm, ready like a warrior ready to go into battle. Brant, seeing this, looks on them, gives a smirk, and as you run to do exactly the same. So just like Achilles has done, you run and you put your right foot on the crate, but as you put your right foot on the crate and try to jump up with your left, your foot gets caught, you land face down on the crate and roll over the side of the banister, landing face down on the deck with a massive thud.
Oh, great.
Was that Ben?
That was Ben, yeah. Okay, Achilles. So Achilles,
As I was so badass, could I try and intimidate them as well with it?
yeah, you can try and intimidate him. You want to roll for intimidation?
Wow.
Okay. So as you land on the deck, you can see they're experienced, and as you land, they do seem a bit taken aback, so they take a step back, but they quickly recover and get back into a fighting stance, ready to fight you.
Okay. So the first one, I'm just gonna, as I'm ready to poise, I'm just gonna jump out with my spear and lunge it forward.
Yep, so the one closest to you, yeah? If you can roll for armor class for me, please.
Oh God, that's not good. That ain't hitting. All style and no substance today.
Okay. So your Hellfire Spear gripped heavily in your arm. You've got your shield up with your spear held just over it, preparing. You lance out with your shield, trying to drive them back before viciously going over the top of the shield with your spear. It clatters off their shield and deflects downward into the deck, but they hold their position ready to fight. Brant, you've just seen this happen now. What are you going to do? You're led down on the deck and you've just seen this massive clatter as Achilles' spear has lanced off their shield.
Right, what am I going to do? Okay. I'm going to get up. This is number one.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, why not? I'm going to... Can I attack?
You can attack, yeah.
I'm going to run at them with my Warhammer.
Okay, I was waiting for the Warhammer. Fair play, heroic deeds there.
I'm all about Brant.
Yeah.
I would die for you, Brant.
He's got another character he's got ready to bring into the next one.
I'm praying for you, Ben.
There's still room in the crow's nest, Ben.
Right.
You'll be a princess like Jan when you come back.
Don't count him out. Brant, you want to roll for armor class for me, please?
I believe.
Yeah, believe in him.
I believe. I'm believing him for it.
All right.
Oh,
do you want to roll for that? Roll for.
He stole the coins.
Roll.
I'm sorry.
Roll for damage for me, please.
Roll for damage.
Roll for damage.
Yeah. So it should be next to the weapon.
You drinking tonight?
No,
No. It's just because
Okay, Brant.
you were like the other week.
Brant, you've told me you're attacking with your Warhammer. Are you attacking the one in front or the one behind?
The one in front.
One in front. Okay, how are you attacking with this Warhammer? What do you want to do to this enemy?
I want to attack at his head.
Yeah, okay. He learned from Thor, always go for the head. So, how are you attacking his head? So you've got the Warhammer, how are you hitting his head?
Side on.
Side on, so you're going to swing it around. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're down on the deck, face down, and you hear the clattering of the spear of Achilles darting off the shield below. You push yourself up, shaking your head to sort of get a delirium out from where you've fallen over. You grab your Warhammer that's clattered off to the side of you. You bring it up to the side, and you come charging round the side of Achilles' shield, swinging, smacking them in the helmet, denting the helmet plate and sort of caving them back so they stumble from the sheer weight and force of the attack that you've done. Okay, we're back to Captain Sylvester.
He says, "Nice work, Brent."
Yeah,
Hang
so,
on, go.
More boost.
go on, Achilles. What are you saying to Brant after that?
Nice work, pal. And give him a little nod as he goes on.
Yeah, you got Roger after that.
You
as well.
sound so.
Oh yeah,
passionate.
sorry, Rogar. Yeah, Rogar, it's you next.
So, basically, that we've got one crew member left. That Dilu, yeah.
Yeah, Dalu's the. Oh no, Dalu, Hydal, who's piloting the ship, and Captain Three Earrings. Jarkel's still alive, the traitor as well.
Okay.
Brilliant.
What's the other one? Dilu.
Kajari's dead, Boearth's dead, Dalu's alive, Jarkel's alive, Captain Three Earrings is alive, and Hydal's alive.
Is Hydal too?
Hydal's the one piloting the ship up on the main deck. They were the one you protect from Voskia.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm standing next to him.
I'll go for. I was going to come across over to the side and maybe try and support, but I'll come over there in a bit. Let me get this bandit, but yeah, the one.
We need more. We need more people on the other side because they're heavily armored, aren't they?
I know. I'll come over there in a minute. So if I go for this guy, then the guy with the spear,
Yeah.
I'll keep that for later. If I use my javelin, I'm just gonna literally just try and tack him in the back.
Okay, yeah.
With my lance. Sorry, my lance.
Yeah.
So shall I roll?
Yeah. Roll for me, please. Let's see how you get on.
14.
Okay, so how are you throwing this?
No, it's just I'm gonna hit him. Use my lance. So
You're
I'm
going to
just
use the lance, yeah?
Yeah, lunge to stab him in the back.
And are you going for the one with the red outfit that you can see, or the one in dark black?
The one pointing Dilu.
Okay.
The one in towards him.
So as you step forward, your lance at the ready, getting ready and prepared to lunge out at the sort of enemy. This blood of the crew member is still dripping from their spear. You throw the lance forward, but as you launch forward with it, it clatters off the side of the cannon and goes to the side. It doesn't hit. It goes off to the side. Okay. Now, Captain
Earrings doing as
Sylvester.
well, Cal.
What's Three Earrings do?
Yeah, she's just standing there like a tit throughout this fight.
Three Earrings is shocked. She's stunned. She doesn't know what to do at the moment because she's just watched two of her crew members die, and one of them is the traitor that's killed one. She doesn't know what to do. Normally her ship's in perfect position. She always knows what's happening, but everything is going wrong right now, and it's throwing her.
Some
What a
captain
terrible
cheaters.
captain. What a terrible captain.
I would never. Anyway. Right, let me have a look. I'm gonna try and let me help out Jan a bit because he's already taken an axe to wherever it was. So let me move sort of to the side
Right.
of.
Figuratively, you've moved there. I can't actually move
Yeah,
you there.
that's fine. And then I want to use my action to throw both my daggers at this guy in the red. So, do I have to roll twice to hit because I'm throwing two different daggers?
Yeah, you'll have to roll twice to hit through in two different daggers.
Right. Amazing. There's one.
Nice.
And the other one?
Okay, that one's a little bit.
Yeah, so that way. Can you throw full damage on the second dagger?
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay, which one were you going for again?
The one in the red.
The one in the red, okay.
Just in front of Solzina.
So Solazina, you're down at the moment, so you're sort of hunched over behind your shield after you've just escaped the last attack that's been thrown at you. So these two daggers you hear come whirring past your head. What were you aiming for on the guy in red?
Let's say the gut. Both of them in the gut.
Both of them in the gut, okay. So the daggers come flying past. Your arm is in a raised position right now as you're preparing to defend yourself, Solazina. But the daggers come flying over, one above your arm and one below your arm. The one above your arm skims off their helmet, causing a scratch and a rend. And as their head comes back, another dagger plows into their stomach, causing them to sort of double over in pain. Okay. Solazina?
Yeah, so while he's doubled over, I'm going to take the opportunity to try and slice his head off.
To slice his head off, yeah. Okay, if you can roll for attack for me, please.
Solazino and Lass.
Mhm.
Nice.
That's Jan on it though. If you met Jan, you'd understand.
Is he disappeared, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's disappointing. I mean, yeah.
Well-
Doesn't feel like everything.
What was it? What was it?
8.
Hey, how are you attacking? You've gone to slice his head off, yeah? Okay,
Yeah, well, he's doubled over in front of me, so I lift my sword up and then slice downwards to his neck.
okay, so what you do is just as the daggers are passing over your arm, you're preparing this attack. So as the first dagger hits their helmet, you're already mid-swing. The second dagger comes underneath, and as the dagger hits, it doubles them over, and instead your sword passes through thin air and clatters off the side of the rowboat instead.
Jesus Christ.
Davros,
Oh, you know me. Good old
Eldritch
Blast.
Blast. Who are you aiming
Just
for?
to ask.
Standard.
19.
19, yeah, and who are you aiming
Oh
for?
my days!
Yeah.
Oh,
Who? Sorry, I can't hear you. Who?
It's a 25 to hit. It's a shame it wasn't a Hexblade's Curse, otherwise that'd have been a fucking critical.
It's a 25 to hit, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you haven't hit. So who were you aiming for?
Jarkle.
Jarkle.
25 doesn't hit Jarkle.
Oh, right, I thought you said you needed 25 to hit. No, that's fine. It does hit
Oh, no.
Jarkle. Hey, roll for damage.
Right, cool. So that's 7 for the Eldritch Blast, and then where's Hex gone?
Imagine that if it was 25 to hit. If you trying to get out of jail in Monopoly.
With Hex. Come on.
Do I need to do something to be...
Another 2.
How much more was it?
2.
Okay, so
Go on,
the
yeah,
Eldritch
hang on.
Blast begins to crackle in your hands, and as you fire forward, the sparks begin to like erupt along the deck as it flies over the heads of the people fighting below. The clatter of swords and shields and spears are breaking off, and as the Eldritch Blast nears, it hits Jarkle directly in the centre. The burning sparks they begin to fly up their arms, and you can see burn marks and scorching all over them. They drop down to their knees, but barely alive. They can barely stand. At this point, you see Captain Three Earrings recover herself, and out of her back pocket, she draws a dagger, walks up to Jarkle, who's burned and sort of shaking from the sheer force of it, brings his head back, takes the dagger, and slits. All the blood comes pouring out of them, and Jarkle collapses onto the deck.
Yeah, fuck you.
So you don't even get that kill either, Grant.
that was a good question, dude.
So as this happens, you can hear an owl screech, and as the owl screeches, you can see wings begin to fly away in the distance.
Clip his wings, Jess.
Hmm?
Clip his wings.
That owl's flying off.
Jess has got with it though.
You can do it.
I've got
Uh-oh.
a question for you, all right? If I use a sneak attack, it says I get an extra damage. So should I
Yeah.
be rolling twice?
No, you
No, you've got to hit to get the damage.
Yeah, that's an advantage, that is. If you roll twice, you get the higher of the two. It means damage because they're not expecting it. You've got to hit.
The boat has took a massive load of damage from your sneak attacks, put it like that.
Yeah, I should give the boat a health bar
Why
at
are
this
you
point.
it?
I'm not. I'm just saying the poor boat's hurting.
Yeah, I've given the boat a HP of 500, and I'll take one off. It's 499 now. There we go.
I wish I did.
Is it
Does
my
a-
turn again?
Now you got a green man next.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say,
Okay,
not me.
so you can see that the man in red is doubled over in pain, but he quickly recovers from being doubled over. He lashes out with the axe, bringing it up, but clatters off the side of Solazina's shield, and it creates sparks with the fury of the actual attack. the guy in green steps forward with his scimitar, and as he steps forward, he steps up to Solazina, bringing his scimitar forward, clattering into Solazina's arm and creating a massive cut along the side of her arm where she's just swung that blade. So it's come along the back and cut down, causing 5 damage.
Oh. Unbelievable.
Okay.
No way, you'll be like me soon.
The guy with the spear, hearing the clatter of Rogar's lance, has turned about now, and he's facing towards Rogar. He's advancing forward with his spear held directly in front of him, and begins to sort of slowly test Rogar's reserves. So you're parrying spear and lance against each other, but he's not actually finding any weak points. The 2 armoured enemies, one of them injured from the sheer force of Brant's attack with the mace, recovers quickly to look to where Brant is stood to the side. He launches forward with his lance at Brant. What's your armour class?
Brant's is 18.
The spear darts forward, catching you right in the shoulder above where your warhammer is, and it begins to tear some of the flesh and sinew around there, causing 4 damage. The next enemy,
Use it wisely.
Mason shield at the ready, advances towards Achilles. Achilles, what's your armour class?
19.
19. He lances out with the mace, catching you just above the shield, and as he does, the mace turns up and clatters into the side of your cheek, causing 4 damage. And then it is on to Ariana. What would you like to do?
I don't really get much hit, do I? I only go from the ropes.
Got the owl flying away as well, man.
Oh, yeah. Where's the owl gone?
The owl you can see just in the distance is swooped low above the mast and is flying off past the 2 ships in the general direction of where you just came from.
This is deja vu.
Broken
You're gonna go
Bank.
for it, aren't you?
You did.
I'm going to try and aim for the owl.
Okay. Roll for AC for me, please.
For what?
Come on, Jess.
What's
For
it?
the, yeah? Alright.
Nice.
Hey. And damage through, please.
I Hedwig.
Damage.
She's damage now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then don't forget your sneak attack after it.
Oh, yeah.
How will
I roll again.
you explode?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Roll
it'd be
again?
a D6 for your sneak attack.
How do I do that?
I think it should just be next to where it says sneak attack, shouldn't it?
Yeah, do I roll that?
I mean, it doesn't matter. You've killed it.
Oh,
Oh,
I
okay.
don't-
Yeah, but how much of a plume of feathers does it become?
Yeah, this is important. So, what are you aiming for on this owl?
What am I aiming for? Well,
Yeah.
It's not very good, is it? So anywhere I hit it's a good die. But
Okay.
aim for half.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, so you see the owl begin to flap and swoop away. You turn quickly to see him move. You flutter, picking yourself up off the deck slightly so that the ropes aren't in the way. You draw the bow back, and in one fluid motion, you track his target, fire, and loose. The arrow spins towards the owl that's flying away in the distance, and you can hear a crunch. The arrow goes through his back, and it begins to penetrate through all of his vital organs, tearing them apart. The heart is pierced, and the owl splits in 2. Its wings still aflight. All you can see is 2 halves of an owl spinning as they begin to drop into the ocean with blood pouring out from them.
I can
Yeah.
hear the sound.
Ariana.
Thousands of Harry Potter fans crying.
I thought you meant the Peter sirens, like.
Okay. So Ariana's destroyed that owl from flying away. Achilles, your turn.
Oh, right. So someone's twatted me for 4, and someone's. How much health have you got left, Bran?
7.
7. Right. So the one that Brant twatted with the Warhammer into the head, I'm going to have to go with my spear axe. We want to limit these numbers down. So I'm gonna go with my spear with him as well.
Yeah, okay, so you're going for your spear. If you can go for AC
Oh my
for me,
God,
please.
I'm rolling dead today. It's awful.
Okay, so Achilles has
You did
nerfed.
last week,
Achilles has nerfed himself this week, so he's no longer this overpowered
Robot.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
as you launch forward with your spear again, they bring their shield up because they're prepped for you. The spear hits the shield, but you can tell it's well made because it just hits and then deflects out of it. Brant, it's you.
Okay, I'm gonna go again with my Warhammer.
You're not gonna like cure your wounds or anything. You're gonna go with your warhammer. Yeah.
No, we're going all in.
Ben, just a reminder, right? If you get more damage than the current number that you've got, then you're knackered, yeah?
No, so for example his total HP is 20 and the enemy does 40 damage, that's instant death.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like you can come back from it, but you've got yeah. Is there a way
Yeah,
of
so
coming
if-
back?
Yeah.
How can I heal? I haven't got any heal.
I can't heal you at all. I've got nothing to
It's
heal
like
you.
you can go down, innit? But you're unconscious, and that's 0. But if you go beyond 0, that's like instant death. You've got to roll.
You have
no.
lost your AC benefit from Rogar now as well, Brant.
Why is that?
It's
I
been
do
gone more
feel
than
like
10
Stay
minutes.
back a little bit.
An action's only 6 seconds, mind.
Yeah. The
It's-
whole thing is 6 seconds.
Each turn
Okay.
is 6 seconds.
So
You're
you're
not
still
about
protected.
me.
Oh,
You're not
fair
about
enough.
me.
I can't heal anyone. So
You
Can
can
you
heal
not come
yourself.
So, Brant, what do you want to do?
Depends what he's got, though, innit?
Like, can you not come up to the crow's nest and heal? No.
Right, he can try, but he'd have to do acrobatics to get up there because he's on the main deck. He's going to have to climb the rigging to get up there.
Yeah, and the
There's
enemy
no-
will get an attack of opportunity as well.
Yeah,
So he
because
gets
he's
stabbed in the
running
back
away.
'cause He's running away.
okay. What
Go
about
on, Warhammer it. Go
Go
for
on,
it.
yeah. Go on, I'm gonna go for it. I'm just gonna
Go
do it.
for it.
All right, go on. Let's see what happens.
Are you leaving after you die or are you staying?
Fair play. That's a critical. That's a critical. So if you can roll for damage for me, please.
What's it? EU days, brothers? EU days?
I like, to
Getting
think
into it.
I like to think Achilles asking to join him has inspired him.
Yeah.
Have you given your dice? Have you given your dice? That's what's happened.
You know what this is? This is Space Jam. He's had a bottle of water, and all of a sudden he's ready now. He's going for it.
Magic stuff.
Right. What happens with critical now, Grant?
It's double the dice.
Double the dice, so that's 20 damage then.
Oh my days.
Okay.
What have I done? Killed him.
Okay. So how do you want to kill this guy?
Nice one, Ben.
Obliterate him. And so dear him.
Smack his skull.
Top of the head and squish him
Going
into
at
his
his
feet.
head with my Warhammer.
You're gonna go at his
Nothing
head.
left.
Right, okay. So you can see now that he's launched up with this spear that's already jabbed at you. You bring your Warhammer up, and there's fury on your face. You know, you're damaged in your arm. You can feel it tearing a muscle, but it doesn't matter because you lift that Warhammer up. And as you bring it down with such a force, you can hear a crunch and a crack, and an eyeball flies out as it comes down. Blood is pouring out of the nose from the sheer weight, but you aren't done there. The Warhammer comes lifting up again, and again it slams down. This time the top part of the skull caves in and cracks, and fragments are flying all over the deck of white bone, blood and sinew, and there's a messy pulp that used to be the brain that's just staying there at the moment. And again, you're not done. You bring the Warhammer up again and you swing it down. This time, the jawbone, which is one of the only things that's left in the mouth, cracks in two, split into the side, and teeth begin to spew everywhere. Their tongue is gargling as whatever was left on their lips for them to be able to say is slowly going, but you don't stop there because you bring the Warhammer up again, this time smacking it down with such a force that their spinal column, what's left of it, erupts out of the side of their back and they drop to their knees on the deck. Their body is literally evaporating under the sheer force of it, so their torso is in pieces at the moment, but you don't stop there because you bring the Warhammer up again, this time putting it down with such a force that the knee joints that are left in their body collapse, and it literally breaks down into a puddle of just blood and broken bones. There is nothing left of that man.
You gotta bring the knees into it, didn't you, Cal? You gotta bring the knees into it.
I'd
Callum,
bring-
I
Ben
did
Winston,
shudder.
he's
I
like,
just-
oh,
I
you
didn't
mentioned
need-
the
I
knees.
shuddered then. I shuddered.
Just like to remind everyone, this is our cleric.
The cleric has lost his temper and has literally just hammered them into a bloody mess. Rogar, it is your turn.
Okay, cool. So, all right, so that's fine. I'm gonna attack this guy then, the bandit closest to me, pointing the spear at me. I'm assuming, right, because I can buff an attack, so to speak, I gotta cast it before attacking. Yeah.
You on about your smite?
Yeah.
So you can choose that after your
Whether
roll.
I hit or not. Wicked. Sweet. Okay, let's do this then. So I'm gonna roll to attack first off. So I'm gonna use my lance.
Yeah, go for it.
So I'm rolling for my lance. I got 12.
Okay, yeah. So the lance itself, how are you launching with the attack?
I'm literally just gonna go to, aim for the body.
Okay, so as you aim the lance towards their body, they bring the spear down, so they're holding it in a double grip. So the spear itself clatters off the side. They bring your lance down, so it's pointing towards the ground. So they're holding their spear in their hand like this right now. So it's held out in front of them, and as they do, they push up, hitting you sort of in the side of your chest and forcing you back a bit.
Okay.
Captain Sylvester, what do you want to do?
Jan, how much health have you got left now?
That much. 8.
As this is happening, Daryu moves backwards at the sound of Captain Three Earrings, and they're moving together so that he can protect her. More people are beginning to get ready to board, but you can hear that there's a commotion on the deck of the Moonbeam, and they're sort of looking around panicked and worried as they're turning towards the other side of the deck.
Right, let me move up next to Solazina so I can try and take some of the attention away from her, from this guy in the red.
Yep, so you're right next to her now.
And then let's have a look. Then I'll just go with my my short sword.
Yep, if you want to roll for AC for me, please. Yep, and if you can roll for damage for me, please. Okay, and how do you want to deal this damage?
Let me have a look at him.
Give him a vasectomy.
There we go. That's exactly what I want to do.
You want to go for the vasectomy, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so as you step up underneath Solazina's sword arm that you can see has got a massive rend in it, you come around the side of her, pushing her to the side so you take forefront. As you do this, you bring the sword up in this almost fluid-like motion as you're a dancer when it comes to this sword. You've been using it on the sea for some time, so you bring the sword up in a massive slashing motion. It doesn't quite hit the gonads, but it does hit to the side of the gonads, causing a massive rend and a tear to appear at the top of their leg. So they do stumble back, and you can see that they seem to tire quite a bit.
Needed more than a 23 to hit the vasectomy head.
Disappointing. I'll go for it next time.
Okay, moving on swiftly. So Captain Sylvester's had their turn. And now, Solazina, what would you like to do?
I feel like I need to try and heal. How do I go about healing?
So have you got any health potions on you, or have you got any spells that allow you to heal?
I don't think I can do spells, or I don't know about any. Where do I find this stuff?
You won't have any, mate.
You're a fighter.
No one's picked up any health potions. Oh, actually, you've got second wind as a fighter. So if you go into your actions, I think you'll have second wind there.
I saw something. So
Second wind's at 4th level.
Oh, is it a 4th, is it?
Yeah, 3rd level, because I'm a fighter as well. So 4th level is second wind. 3rd level is regaining health, I think.
I got in. Is it bonus actions? Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think you got action surge, haven't you, for the second?
Yeah, let me have a quick look what I've got on my stuff.
In bonus actions, I got
Second wind.
second wind,
Oh, there you go.
sentinel attack,
That's
attack,
taken.
and surge.
Yeah, so you can do your second wind to regain some health. You do it that way.
Okay.
Okay, is that what you're
I
doing?
would move as well, yeah. If I was you, Jan, move your character. You can either move it back a bit, so it's a bit of distance away.
Well, I've moved
Yeah.
back you now, Jan.
I think I've seen Captain Sylvester move in front of me, so I think I realised I'm in trouble. So I am gonna take a step back, maybe back up to the top while I catch my breath.
You're going back up the steps, yeah?
Yeah, and just perch me by there. That's it.
Okay, you're like perched on the side, barely standing at the moment. Captain Sylvester has taken your place in the front rank. So are you just going to stay up there? You're not going to attack? You're just going to get out of there, yeah? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get out of there for now.
Okay, no problem at all. Right
Does
then.
your second wind have like a dice next to it, Jan?
No, it had like a little button that says short rest, and I pressed that.
Oh, no, it's not
Yeah.
short rest.
He's got to roll a d10. Once you can use bonus action to gain 1d10 plus 2.
So on the corner of your screen, you should have like a little sort of 20-sided dice. If you click
Yeah.
on there, and there'll be a d10, which is the second from the top. No, that's 12.
D10, yeah. Oh, what have I done? Yeah.
What's up?
Oh, D12, yeah.
Okay, and then that's help. No, d10, so it'll be the third from the top. Sorry, mate.
Oh.
And then that's how many health you regain.
So self roll. 6.
Okay, so he's got some health back, is he?
Yeah.
Is because my are my rolls showing on there? Is it just that I
It's
can't
not,
see them?
yeah, no, we're not coming on there either.
So we'll have a play tomorrow, mate, if you're in.
And then can we look at the dice, Grant?
Mine weren't showing last week, though, to be fair.
Yeah, we've had issues every now and then with it, to be fair. Okay.
Okay. So I gain 6, yeah?
Yeah. Okay, so you gain 6 HP back. Okay, so after you've backed off and you've gained some HP, it's on to Zavros. Never mind. Roll for AC for me, please, and tell me who you're firing your Eldritch Blast at.
Well, first, I'll turn around to Zolizina and say, "Alright, darling."
Solazina, how do you respond?
How you doing?
As you pant, okay? So you're panting on the day. How you doing?
And then I'll Eldritch Blast the guy with the spear.
Yeah. AC for me, please.
I'll move my hex over to him as well.
Yeah.
Seems Jackal's gone.
But she's not. Oh, yeah, she is. Ignore me.
19.
19, yeah. And if you can roll for damage for me, please.
So it's 9 on the Eldritch Blast. And an extra 1, so 10.
Okay, so you fire the Eldritch Blast across the deck as it flies towards the man with the spear. It hits him, and it sort of causes eruption burns all over him, and he begins to sort of back off from the sheer force of it, but he's still standing. Okay, and then after Zavros, okay. So the group that are standing in front of Captain Sylvester and Rogar at the moment, they begin to move forward. The one with the axe is eyeing you up, Captain Sylvester. So they're injured after their attack. Okay. So as they come forward, this sheer fury on their face, the anger that they have is devastating. They bring the axe up and they begin to slash down. First, they strike you in the arm. Then they bring it up with a swift motion, chopping across the side of your jaw. They bring it down again across your other arm before slashing across your kneecap, dealing 14 damage.
Holy shit. Okay.
I can't be dealing with that.
Bran's had
Happened to me.
Yeah. Now I have 5 health.
Okay. The guy with the green scimitar begins to move towards Captain Sylvester as well, coming around to the side. They come forward, but the sheer weight of the force of the attack from the bandit in the red armor has forced you back. So you've come back, but this scimitar's not quick enough, and they strike into the side. The one with the black spear sort of recovers himself from his burns. He's still shaking, and he begins to advance towards Rogar, parrying out with his spear again, but not getting anywhere, sort of jabbing against you, but you keep deflecting each shot. You're prepared for it. The heavily armoured soldier from the Clovis Concord that you can see over on the side is standing back from the bloodied mess that is left of his comrade, with Brant wielding this massive warhammer with blood coated all over it, panting from the sheer force as he's still bringing it up and down on this bloody pulp and mess on the deck, with Achilles sort of nodding to himself and cheering behind. He launches forward towards Brant and strikes out with the mace just as he's bringing the warhammer down and hits him in the shoulder, causing 5 damage.
You're good. You're on 2. A true warrior.
Jess is sat there going, we're going to lose people potentially.
2. She backs out a
I just
critical
feel
again.
like, why are we putting ourselves at risk?
Have the
It's all right,
discussion.
we're not all shooting owls down here.
Not all of us can fly.
Ariana,
I think mine was a big deal, thank you very much.
Ariana, it is actually your turn, so you can shout down to him. You can have whatever conversation you want with him.
You're right down there, boys.
What'd you say to Ariana?
Achilles shouts up, stop shooting owls.
Boys, who do you need me to hit next?
Well, tell her.
Fly down and go for the guy with the armor.
She ain't flying nowhere.
Captain Sylvester, what do you have to say to that comment?
If you can fly, can you not swoop down, grab them, and drop them in the sea?
Huh?
I feel like that's not an action that I have.
I feel
Their
that
strength is not going to be that great.
if you manage it, I will do a strength throw, but if you manage it, I'll allow it.
I feel like I'm a
then.
very tiny fairy. I don't feel like I'm going to achieve that.
I feel like after Ben's bravery, you know, and him putting himself at risk, you should at least fly down to try to save some of the rest of them.
Yeah, take me up to the neck.
Who are you? You've only just joined. Don't tell me what to do.
Would you pick me up and take me up so I can heal?
Can I do that?
You can, but again, it's strength check.
You're picking up a 7-foot half.
Like 400 pounds or something fucking stupid.
Is it unlikely that I'll do it?
Very
Yeah.
unlikely.
And I feel like I shouldn't do it and waste action.
Keep that bow going, I'd say.
No. However, where is Brant on the ship?
Brant is to the right, facing the one heavily armoured enemy with Achilles. And then Captain Sylvester is sort of badly wounded next to Rogar at the bottom of the stairs.
Who's in dire need then? Who's going to die most likely?
2 of them. There's 2 of them
I'm
that
on
could die.
2. I'm on 2.
Hang on. Can anyone heal Captain Sylvester near him? Rogar, haven't you got all the heal potions that we purchased at the store?
It weren't healing.
They were water
They
breathing.
Yeah.
Water would-
I thought we bought a healing potion each.
No, you brought
there's
a water breathing potion.
Okay, so where
Oh my
Brant,
God, that's for Ben.
so where Brant is, I've got an advantage because I've got the sneak, haven't I? Because I'm up high.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where is he?
So Brant is on the right-hand side, facing the heavily armoured enemy with Achilles.
Okay, so I want to aim for the guy that's heavily armoured. But is there anywhere that they've hit at the moment where it's weaker?
No,
Not this guy.
not this guy. He's in full armour. The other guy's definitely. The other guy's definitely been hit in a place that he's weak.
Okay, go. I'm so sorry. Go for the other guy.
Which is the other
The
guy?
other guy's dead.
The other guy is
The other guy's
dead.
pulp.
Can I save Ed, please?
You can try and save Ed, yeah.
So where is he injured?
Everywhere. His left arm, his
Everywhere.
right arm, his cheek, his leg.
Okay, so we're aiming for the neck area, aren't we, really?
Oh, you're on about the enemy? Oh, his crotch.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you trying to hit me?
No, the guy, you said the one with Ed is heavily injured. Wow.
I'm heavily injured.
What about your enemy? What's your enemy like?
He's heavily injured too. They're both
Yeah,
injured.
I'm going for him.
All right, okay. So if you want to roll for AC for me, please.
I'm believing in you here, Jess.
Yes, nice.
Okay. So as you shoot forward with the bow, aiming to try and hit them, you pull the bow back and fire directly down at the deck. As you loose the arrow, it hits the arrow you'd already put in the deck and splits it.
Oh my god. You missed again. 15. Jesus.
Fuck off, Callum. Just.
Grant's the one who keeps an eye on the AC.
Achilles shouts up to her, just pretend they're an owl next time.
You bullshit.
Okay, so after Ariana, it's Achilles.
So
You're still cheering, by the way, and you've just seen Brant get hit.
Achilles absolutely in awe of the man that's split in half by the warhammer, clearly covered in that bloke's blood. Lunges out at his friend, not at his friend, at the other person, at the other heavily armored person. He's going for the spear again.
All right, okay. AC
Third
for me,
time's a
please.
charm, he shouts as he lunges forward.
Okay, third time's a charm. So if you roll for damage for me, please.
Oh god.
Okay, so as you launch forward with the spear, you go to attack the exact same way you've done before. The enemy, anticipating this, lifts their shield, but just as you're about to thrust forward, this time you drop the spear down below the shield that they've raised up, piercing them through the ankle and through the Achilles heel. So they begin to stagger. They've got your spear jabbed through it at the moment.
Pierce to the floor. He leaves his spear in there. He lets go and walks back.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to accept that. He's now pinned to the deck with your spear in him.
He just walks back. And leaves him in the ground.
Yeah, so you walk back with your hands up like that. Brant, how do you want to respond to this? He's been cheering you on. He's just hit him and pinned him to the deck. Brant, are you responding?
It is so tempting. He's pinned down, yeah?
Yeah, he's
This
pinned
is like
down.
an alley-oop, Brent. This is an alley-oop, basically. He's put you to...
He's trying to make me want to attack.
Okay.
Biting you.
Okay, so it is your turn, Brant. So what do you want to do?
You have got 2 health.
He's pinned to the deck, but I will give you an advantage because he is pinned.
Oh, do it then. You got
Oh,
50
so tempting.
Demo, shush. I'm
One of
gonna
them's
do
going to be
that.
better than the other.
Okay, I'm gonna go for the Warhammer,
Yeah.
Where to?
and it's gonna be take 2 on his head.
Right, okay. AC, please.
Roll it. Oh.
Oh.
Get
Okay.
another look.
Advantage.
So as you
Do it
as you swing forward, you're sort of blinded from all the blood that's in your eyes at the moment. Achilles
He
is.
did 2 rolls. He has 2
Yeah.
rolls.
Oh yeah, he does. Yeah, go for
Reroll,
again. Okay, go for
reroll.
again. Yeah, ignore me. Go on.
You got 1.
And you roll again. And you roll again.
19. Oh,
Oh god.
No, that's your damage.
No,
That's
was
your damage. Roll again.
Hit.
You got to roll to hit again.
Roll the hit again.
roll again.
No, that's damage again.
The one before it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Roll
God.
for damage. Roll for damage. Okay. So, at the moment, you've got blood covering all over your face. You're absolutely just spattered in gore. You turn around after you've been injured, and you just fix this enemy with just a quick clear. You turn around like, You bring your warhammer up again, and you can see them recoil. They're looking at the spear in their leg. They see a warhammer come up, and they just give this face of just going. And you walk forward, and you swing the warhammer, smacking their helmet off and rending the cheek piece in on the side.
Oh, not too bad.
I mean, you're not dead yet, so that's something.
We haven't got to the next bit. Have we?
Rogar?
Round.
Okay,
Round on.
so I want to go for the guy closest to Captain
Sylvester, yeah.
the one, Captain Sylvester. I am going to attack with my lance.
Okay, yeah.
Roll it. Here we go.
Yeah, and
24.
damage.
So I am going to use my spell, and I'm going to use Thunderous Smite. So it's the first time. Oh no, is it only the first? No, I haven't attacked this geezer, so I can use it. Yeah, first time using a melee weapon on a person. So I'm going to use my thingy. I'm going to roll for this bad boy first off. It
So
adds addition.
Who are you going for? The guy closest to Ed?
Yeah, so additional 5. Hang on top of. Hang on there. This is an additional 5 on top of. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Okay,
5.
so
10 damage.
Okay, so how do you want to kill the guy who's attacking Ed?
So I want to just sort of launch myself slightly off the cannon, not too much, requiring acrobatics. And I want to jump up, and I want to fucking bring my lance down through his body.
Okay, yeah.
Oh my god.
So, Rogar, you're standing there with your shield and your lance ready. You've just parried and blocked an attack from the spear. As you parry and block, you force forward with your shield, causing the other enemy to stumble back from the ferocity of the attack. As you do this, you plant your right foot on the side of the cannon, launch yourself up into the air, bringing the lance in two-handed above your head, your shield held in your one arm. As you come down, the guy looks up. And just as he looks up with his mouth agape, the lance goes straight down his throat, causing the whole inside of his chest to bulge. As you can see the lance going further and further down, his rib cage begins to crack. And just as you see the lance come out from between his legs, so he stood there impaled with your lance in between, you crack the deck underneath. And as you crack the deck underneath, he's sat there, basically spread eagle with your lance directly through his throat and coming out through his legs.
Oh, the spread eagle was not needed.
It's spread eagle. That's how you get him in the testicles.
We'll get the vasectomy.
Yeah, full on.
Damo, so do you want to make a comment to the Captain Sylvester about going for the groin?
Yeah, no, that's what I said. So I said, that's how you get him where it counts.
How'd you
And
respond?
at the same time, I'm going to shift myself in between Spear Guy and Captain Sylvester. So I'm in between them both.
Yeah, that's fine. So you're in between them both now. Okay. So it is now on to the turn of Captain Sylvester.
Yeah, right. So since
Heal someone, you.
Since Rogar's in between, then I'm gonna move back a little bit towards the stairs and use my crossbow.
Yeah, okay, so you move back, and if you want to roll for AC for me, please. Yeah.
Oh god.
That's your dagger in there, but I'll allow it. And
that was
damage.
the dagger, yeah. They're both +6 anyway.
Okay, yeah. So as you fire forwards with your crossbow, what are you aiming for?
So he's facing us now, isn't he?
He's facing you. The groin. I'm expecting the groin.
Is this a spear guy, is it?
Yeah.
Is he engaged with Rogar at the moment?
He stumbled backwards after Rogar parried him back with his shield.
I want to go for his mouth. I want to get it in his mouth. Yeah.
In
Okay.
and around the mouth
Okay.
In and
area.
around the mouth
So you
area.
move backwards, leaning on the side of the steps as you come by to steady your aim. You launch the crossbow bolt forward. It flies straight and true past Rogar's shield and comes into the side of their mouth, but not at a direct angle to go out the back. What it does instead is it rends their cheek open, so all of the flesh is exposed. So they're there, panting, blood pouring from their mouth if you open their cheek up.
Can you do an Arnold Schwarzenegger tagline on the end of that? Or I can eat this.
Cheeky prick. Yeah, literally, you're a cheeky prick and you got shot.
Yeah.
I'm not calling you a cheeky prick, Matt. I'm just saying.
I was just hoping for an Arnold Schwarzenegger clunky zinger.
You got a prick in the cheek. I get it.
Right, so I give myself credit for that one. Okay, so it's Solazina. It's your turn now.
Okay, so I feel like I healed enough, and I see Captain Sylvester's in trouble. And who else was it?
Me as well.
Rogar.
I'm in trouble.
Rogarth, yes. So I was inspired by Rogarth's lance driving down into the throat of the enemy. Got a bit excited by Rogarth's lance, so I run down the steps and I attack the guy with the big spear.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm gonna go and try and. He's got an arrow in the side of his face, hasn't he?
No, it's come out the side of his face. He's just tore his entire cheek open.
So he's pretty messed up at the moment then.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna kind of like charge at this guy with my shield up, sword like this, charging towards him, and I'm gonna attack.
All right. Okay. What? If you can roll for attack then for armor class to hit.
14.
Okay.
You run right past him.
Okay, so as you come charging past, so Rogar stood lance at the ready, coated in blood from where he's just tore it out of the desiccated corpse of the man that was facing him. You charge past, your shield banging Rogar, knocking him. You charge towards the enemy, but he sees you coming, and you just run past him and keep running.
Off the end of the I'm not having much luck here, am I?
Davros?
Well, I mean, there's still a heavy armor guy over there, but my hex is on the spearman, so I'll Eldritch Blast him.
Yep. For hit, please.
That'd be a 21.
And how are you going to kill him?
Well, I'll do 13 Eldritch Blast damage to him, and another one on the hex. So I'll just fucking blow a hole in his chest.
Okay. So, as you begin to sort of chant and gather this Eldritch Blast up inside of you, you can see the light around the deck begins to cause like mayhem. Heidel begins to reflect back from the sheer force of the light that's coming out of the Eldritch Blast. Rogar and Captain Sylvester turn just as you launch it forward. You're aiming for the chest, but a slight rock in the boat causes it to go higher. And as you launch the Eldritch Blast, he turns, and his open mouth, there's a gate from where the bolt has already gone in. The Eldritch Blast hits him directly in the face. His head explodes. It just completely implodes. His body goes limp. He drops to his knees, and then he clatters onto the floor.
I'll move my hex over to the armored guy after he's dead.
Yeah. Okay. So, seeing his two friends have gone down, he sees the guy with the scimitar sees Captain Sylvester is injured up against the railings. He begins to move around to the side, keeping out an eye on Rogar as he moves, keeping his sword ready, and goes in for the attack on Captain Sylvester. Okay, so as he charges forward towards Captain Sylvester, readying his sword to get ready to attack, he runs directly at you, Captain Sylvester. But just as he runs, using your experience of the ship, you feel a rocking. And as it rocks, you stick your boot out, and he runs directly over your boot, hits the side, and falls off the edge of the ship. And you just hear a as he hits the water below.
There's someone upstairs looking out for me.
Yeah, the DM throwing you a bone.
That wasn't the DM throwing a bone. That was the DM throwing a critical fail. That was the DM throwing a 1.
Let's get another one of them then, please.
Yeah, I do. Grant, how often do I roll ones?
Yeah, that'll be it for this campaign.
That's it for this campaign. I've rolled my 1. Now, that's it done. Okay, so moving swiftly on. The armoured, heavy sort of infantryman that's badly wounded over to the side of the ship again sees the Brant is there and he gets ready to attack. He launches forward with a mighty force and begins to swing out at Brant. So Brant, you're injured at the moment. He brings the mace down in one quick move as you're already sort of hit from swinging before. The mace comes in, smacks you in the knee, and just as it does, it comes up, parrying you in the head, driving you backwards. It hits you with such a force that it deals 6 damage to you, and you drop to the floor unconscious.
Anyone a first aider? CPR?
So, every character could do something called aid. It takes up your action, but it will stop them from rolling saving throws. It basically like stops the bleeding.
I'll do it.
They're basically at 0 HP. They can't do anything, and we'll need to heal them somehow. But they're just basically unconscious at that point.
Well, whose go is it next?
Okay, so following on from that attack, goes to Ariana.
Oh, shit.
I mean, I'll attempt it, yeah. What do I need to do? I need to fly down.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit! And then I need to kind of heal him in some way.
Yep, so you fly down. Have you got any
Yeah.
healing spells?
Not that I know of, no.
No, just be aid, so you can just stop the bleeding, basically.
Okay,
How do I do this?
That's it.
that's it. You've just said you're giving him aid.
Yeah, just say
you're
it.
doing-
That's fine. You didn't have to throw a saving throw now.
Yeah.
But now I'm in.
So-
Oh, shit! I'm in with everyone else now. Then I could get injured.
No, we've only got one enemy left, yeah?
Yeah, Achilles, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this guy out. So as my spear's pinned him to the ground, and he's took my mate out, I'm kind of going into a bit of a rage. Ariana's sorting out to move. So obviously he hasn't got his spear. He puts his hand out to his right leg, and his short sword springs out that was built into his right leg, and he pulls it out to start going to attack with it.
Okay, brilliant. If you want to roll for
And
a hit for me, please. And damage.
Nice.
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 Okay. So, how do you want to kill him?
So I kind of want to. Anyone the new modern RoboCop, how it's built in, the gun's built into his leg.
Yeah.
So his short sword pulls out of his right leg, and just kind of as it's come out, as it springs out in one sheath to grab moment, as it springs out of his leg, he grabs it and just does a quick kind of backhand fist round the top of his neck, straight down through his body at the same time.
Right, okay, so he's bringing the 8 and just drawing down like this, yeah?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it. Just finishing him off. Easy,
Okay.
no effort needed.
So Achilles' sort of face remains blank and placid as his creation. He turns to see the still form of Brant as Ariana's giving aid, the blood pouring from Brant on the deck. Achilles moves forward with one left step, the spear still lodged into the foot of the heavily armoured man on the deck. The sword comes swinging up, and in one quick, swift motion, it flies out into the air, spinning hand over hand. He catches it and then draws down across them. Everything's still. Before you see a gentle slide as the top half of the body comes rolling off the other. The legs still standing pinned to the deck, upright, as the body sloshes out and the intestines begin to fall through the breaks in the deck into the cargo hold, like rope descending into the depths of the deck.
That still only counts as one.
Achilles, how do you respond?
Badass,
As this happens, the legs begin to evaporate. A black mist begins to appear from them. They begin to engulf in flames as the soul of the enemy begins to evaporate into the river Styx. Hellfire begins to consume the body. and erupt forward as Achilles lets out a great battle cry. At this point, you hear a rumbling from the deck. Bellimac, you can see him running with a panicked expression on his face, jumps back across as he does, severing the ropes. As he does, and he flies back across the ship and lands in amongst you. Quickly, we need to get out of here now. And as you do this, you can see that the men on board the Moonbeam, it begins to rock. And you can hear screaming. And it's growing louder and louder and louder. And as you look over to the side, as the Moonbeam begins to drift apart, you can see the crew slowly being thrown overboard, blood pouring from gaping wounds. And the vicious sea creatures that you met before swarm the decks.
Oh, what?
As the ship begins to lurch, the crew members you can see are all dying, all being ripped to shreds. The ship itself, the Moonbeam, begins to rock and shudder. As it rocks and shudders, a great maw comes out of the ocean and descends with ripped fangs and teeth into the ship, tearing the front part from it. The Moonbeam tilts forward from the sheer weight of it, then rocks back as it sinks beneath the waves.
We need to get the fudge out of Rog, don't we?
Heidal shouting from the top deck. Captain! Captain! It's a seahorse in attack! We need to go now! Heidal begins to viciously spin the wheel now that she's free. The ship turning lurches you all to the side as it begins to turn. Captain Three Earrings out of her stupor, grabs Dial you and throws them towards the front of the ship. And you begin to sail away into the distance as the Moonbeam collapses underneath the waves. And that
Without doubt, we need aid
will
Yeah,
be
for Brant.
coming to the end of this episode. But what would you like to do to help your fellow members?
Well,
3
sure.
year-ins, have you got a healing potion?
We're ill prepared.
What's this?
We're ill prepared. We don't have like any bandages, whatever it is. Are we able to see what's on the bodies of the people laying around on the floor?
Yep, you can. You can look around in through the bodies of the people on the floor.
All right, what's it up?
Okay, so
Hold
which
on.
one do you want to search? So you can use an investigation check on any of the bodies that are on the floor, apart from the one that's literally a fucking ruin.
Yeah, the one-
Whatever's on them is gone.
Yeah, whatever. The one guy closest to me with a spear, the one I yeah.
Can we loot the bodies?
You can loot the bodies, yeah.
Can we not search the traitor's body and see if there's any evidence on there for what he's been doing? Like letters or something like that.
You can, yeah. So you can go over and search Jarkal. So the closest person is Solazina to Jarkal.
I'll give him a search then. I'll give him a pat down.
Okay, yeah. So if you want to do an investigation check for me, please.
You get that?
On those little 9 dots, go to skills, and then
Good
there'll
at
be one
what?
there for investigation.
Okay.
Right. So this is in. Where do I go? Actions, yeah.
No, 9 dots, and then skills.
Skills. Okay, investigate.
That's it.
Oh, 8.
Yeah,
Eight.
we all saw it. Time. We all saw it.
Okay. So as you sort of look into all the pockets of the traitor on the ground, blood still pulsing out slowly out of the wound in the neck that the captain caused. As you look through, you don't really find anything. You find a few owl feathers, but not much else.
Cool. Let me have a rummage through this guy. This right next to me, the one I stuck my thingy through.
Yeah, of
My-
course. Go for it.
My lance.
You go and clarify that, demo.
I know. I stuck my thingy through him.
You stuck your thingy through him.
Cool. So what do you want me to do? Investigation.
Investigation, yeah.
Okay, I'm already -1. 14.
Okay, yeah. You got 14 on it. Yeah, that's fine. So as you look through the pockets, you manage to find 10 gold. which seems to be enclosed in a wages packet, and you also find a makeshift sort of healing kit of bandages.
Hey. Hey.
How many bandages?
There's only 2 in there.
All right, cool, sweet, I'll do. Not mine anyway. All right, and how much did you say? 15 gold.
No, 10 gold.
Okay, cool.
Nice try, Damo.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was a good one.
and you said it was 3 bandages, wasn't it?
Yeah. No, 2. No, 2.
You said yes. You said yes.
Oh, I got a fucking look from. Oh, don't worry, I'll write it down. It's fine.
While Damo's searching, getting his stuff sorted, I want to have a search of the other guy that's next to us as well.
Yeah, that's no worries. If you can roll for insights for me again, please. Okay. Polizina, can you roll a perception check for me, please, as well? Okay, so as you're looking through, Captain Sylvester, as you're digging through the pockets, you also find a wages packet with 10 gold on them. But you don't find anything other than that, just the 10 gold.
I got a 22 perception.
22 perception, yeah?
I through them.
Okay,
Yeah.
so as you're looking around on the deck, you hear sort of a fluttering of wings, but nothing other than that.
Well, that could be Ariana.
Achilles wants to go and check the body of Voss Alaf that's left on the top deck.
Well, whatever's left of him, yeah, that's totally fine.
Whatever's left of him, yeah, he wants to go and loot his body.
If you want to move up to him then and roll an investigation check for me,
I
please.
can't move him, but I would appreciate if someone would move him for me.
Wait it. I'm the only one who can do it because I lock them because of the deck that they're on. Right, I did not.
What do you want me to roll? Investigation.
Investigation, yeah.
Ooh.
Here with.
What am I looking for, Grant? Is it bandages? I'm looking for bandages, not coming up.
Yeah, they're not a D&D item.
What do I have instead? Little butchers.
Okay, so as you're searching
It's a
through,
homebrew item.
as you're searching through the body of Oskia Laugh, Achilles, you dig through and you can also find a wages pocket. There's a health potion on there, and there's 50 gold on his person.
Okay. Can I add that into mine? Or
Yeah.
You can, yeah, that's yours.
okay, I just need to. Okay, now we're talking.
Now, can I have an elixir of health then instead? 2 elixir of health. The bandages.
I feel like he's trying to do me over in some way.
No, shoot up. I'm just.
All right,
I'm
I'll
just
give
doing-
you two. I'll give you 2 elixirs of health then. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
Bandages aren't like a standard item. So if you wanted to add them, you can go onto D&D Beyond and add like a homebrew item.
How would I add a health potion to my inventory?
Just search if you go inventory and then go add items and then just look health and then you'll have elixir of health. I'm assuming. Or you got, yeah. It's
Like
definitely not.
Potion of healing when I...
Oh yeah.
With this, with this investigation thing now, do we have to take this in turns? Because I really want to search the heavy armored guy. the
Go
one
for it
that's
then.
left.
Go for it. Tell me, and then go for it, and then roll
Alright.
investigation.
So I'm going to go over and search the heavily armored guy, the one that wasn't a bloody pulp.
Okay, yeah. So you go over and you begin to search him,
Isn't
and
the equivalent of stealing other people's loot? This is.
yeah. You
I
go-
don't kill anyone, but I'm gonna rob their bodies.
Okay. So you go over to search the body. Achilles is watching you as Brant's sort of down on the deck at the moment with a couple of bandages on him, stable for now. So as you begin to go over, can you roll for an investigation check for me, please?
Yeah. No.
No, you'll have to tell me what you've rolled.
It doesn't let me click it.
Comes into the party late, stealing the loot.
Oh, I don't think I can.
Well, Achilles, what do you want to say about this?
Achilles he's just going to watch him because no one's questioning him. He doesn't know why he's turned on the people that he's rocked up on a boat with. So he's just going to slowly move to the edge of the top of the banister and just keep a very close eye on him.
Yeah.
Because he just wants to see what's going on. This guy's not said anything. He's killed the people that he's rocked up with. Now he's with us.
It's I can't investigate again, can I? Because I've already done it. Is that right?
You can do
No, you
it.
can still do it.
We're in open play now.
Right, look, it won't let me click it. Hang on, action, skills, investigation. I'm clicking the +1. It's just not doing anything.
Have you got
So you
the
roll-
custom dice at the bottom? You just
No.
roll the top one for the D20.
Hang on. Oh, alright. We tried that.
You hear an almighty roar come out of the depths, coming from the side of the ship. The waves begin to lap at the side of the boat.
Is it a D12? D20?
Yeah, D20 and then +1.
Are the other people ready in the ship and sorting that shit out?
Yeah, so Dahlia, who's left of the crew, Heidel and Captain Three Earrings are running about manically. Even Captain Three Earrings is getting involved at the moment, but in sort of stunned silence.
I rolled a marvelous 6.
Okay, so you go over to search the body, so you almost get envious with the sight of, oh, I'm going to quickly rob this. So as you run around to look where the body was, all you find is like burnt ash and a pile of bones and blood. And you just turn back like looking really disappointed. Another mighty roar penetrates from the ocean.
I'm just going to tell Heidel what bearing do you want me to point the wheel out. You go help sort the ship out, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Okay, so Heidel looks absolutely stunned, looks to you, looks over to the side of the ship, out to sea. In any direction that roaring isn't coming from, and get us there quick! Go now! Turn to the left! Davros, what do you want to do?
I'm throwing the wheel over to the left.
Okay, so as you throw the wheel over to the left, you catch a glimpse of what's currently off the side of the ship at the moment. If you want to turn your camera, Grant.
Shark thing turned around from? Okay, now, Jesus Christ.
Sure.
I hope it's a goldfish.
Unexpected, huh?
Okay, so the shark is ploughing through the water, coming after the ship. You can see Sahorsen moving out of the water around it. They're all moving at frantic speed, trying to keep pace. The ship itself is beginning to pull away, but very slowly, and they continue in their pursuit.
Yeah, I've got nothing that we can do other than just support helping the ship with its sails and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna what did oh my god. Ed, what's your character's name? What did you pick up, potion wise or health wise?
I didn't pick up any potions. I just got a rage packet.
Billy's got one and you got a couple.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna chuck one over to Ed. So I'm gonna give him one of those elixir. It's an elixir of health or whatever. So I'm gonna give you one of those because you in my close proximity. Just so you've got it now.
I am responding. I'm just checking something as well at the moment. So keep talking. I'm happy with that.
All right, cool.
2d4 plus 2 for health, is it? For the potion of healing?
I'll tell you now. Yes. Oh, when you drink it, it cures any disease afflicting you, and it removes blinded, deaf, and paralyzed poison and clear red liquid. Oh no, so that's not gonna. I won't.
Yeah.
No.
So it's
You're
a
potion of
it's a
healing.
potion of healing,
Yeah.
2d4 plus 2 hit points.
All right, sweet. Okay, so I'm gonna remove these. Is it potion of healing? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, sweet. I'll add potions of healing. I'll add one then now because I give them one to you.
Okay. Can I ask 2 characters to follow me into the expelled chat below, please? Can I ask Ariana and Zavros to follow me into the chat below?
Sorry, how do I do that?
So you should see that there's a chat. So there's general, and then there's expelled beneath.
I do it on my phone.
What's that?
I do it on my phone.
Yeah, it's on Discord. It is.
Hang on. So where's? Hang on.
They're up to something.
Where's Ariana too? She's in a crow's nest. Who else is going?
Zavros.
Expelled.
Yeah, join the expelled chat. Hey, I
That's
should
grand,
be
man.
back now. Have a quick chat amongst yourselves. I should be back now.
I haven't seen me yet.
Wow.
Hello, everyone. Okay,
Doing.
Ariana, would you like to talk through the reason that we are here?
Yeah, so basically, I did a stealth check on the dead traitor, and I found a script that's offering me 800 gold if I am with the Clovis Concord to deliver this. Is it Scepter? Is it Scepter?
Okay. Yeah, like the staff thing.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking is, I will give you half of my 800 gold if you agree that when we go to deliver it, I can fly it over and deliver this and get my gold, and you support me from a team perspective to make it look like it's legit, and I will help you on your quest to kill the guy that you're looking for. Get in it. Hang on. It's like my camera on.
Right, so we got the rest of the team that I've got to try and win over. And on top of that, we'll have 3 earrings and a band of merry men.
Well, she's not got many men left.
Yeah.
I think we can kill 3 earrings if we're really stealthy.
I mean, we could, and then just take the ship afterwards as well.
Yeah.
Kill 3 earrings, her men,
In the dead of
and
night.
we've got a scepter. And we don't even need to worry about, flying away or anything like that. We can all just go as a team. So yeah, we'll pitch it to the team like that. Then instead of getting 500 gold, we could then get 800 gold.
Well, I get 800 gold.
So you're not going to give any of the gold to anyone else?
So we're not splitting it with the rest of the party, because that's kind of like a...
Alright, okay, yeah, fine. We'll split it with the party. There's
Right,
8
okay.
gold each, isn't it, then? Maybe I can get, like, if there's 7 of us, I get, like, 200, and then everyone else gets 700.
And if she's dead, we can search her, and maybe she's got contact details for the 1500, and we could boost it up a more.
Yeah.
So what do you want to do? Are you going to tell the party about this straight away?
Not straight away. We'll wait.
You wait, yeah?
We'll sit on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Comfortable with your decision making then, we'll leave it there and we'll move back up to the general channel then, unless you've got anything else that you wish to discuss.
No, I think that was it. Oh, yeah, I did ask. I don't mind Grant knowing. Can I loot? Because is the ship sunk now, the one behind us?
It is, yeah. You're not getting near that. You're already sailing far away. That shark's ripped it to pieces.
I wanted to go and look what I can loot.
The reason I also wanted you in this chat, as one last add-on, as part of your investigation of the body,
Yeah.
Jackal's hand has dog's teeth marks ground into the hand.
In whose?
Jackal's hand.
Dog teeth marks.
Dog teeth marks.
And what's his name, sorry?
Jackal. Now, I seem to remember there a certain character backstory.
That died.
What's that?
Was he part of the crew?
Who's got a dog, Ariana?
Who's got a dog, Ariana?
Me! I wanted a dog. He's got the dog.
Who's got the dog? You've got a dog. What happened to the dog?
Oh! He's the one.
Jackal's got a scar.
Jackal's got a scar on his hand.
So they are dealing in slavery, people. So they got my friend.
So would you do a deal with the devil? Someone who's willing to offer 800 gold to get your dog back, even though they did everything to you? Or would you continue with Captain Three Earrings' plan of selling 500 gold and try to rescue your dog from them? I'll leave the moral decision with you for that one.
Oh, it's not my dog. It's my best friend they took.
What's that?
It was my best friend they took.
Yeah, and your dog.
Can I not double cross them?
A lot of double crossing going on here, but that's a story for another time, whether you just double cross them or not. But you've got the info now.
Grant, are you in tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, well, excellent, because that's... Well...
Okay, we're going to check back up now into the next chat, and we'll have the conversation with them.
Okay.
You decide what you want to tell them about this conversation. Make something up. Don't mind. And then we're going to end the episode.
Grant, help me. What do we say?
Nothing.
Okay, we're going to check. They could just watch this video, to be fair, but their characters won't know anything. So we'll check up now. You ready?
All right. Okay.
Oh, here comes the snakes.
No.
We're back.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
We're back. Okay, so the ship begins to pull away into the distance. Brant, you've been stabilized during this time, so you're back now. You're breathing. You're okay.
What? Yeah. What am I on now?
You're
2d4 plus 2.
Yeah, there you go.
What?
2d4 plus 2.
So I'm guessing someone's giving you a potion of healing.
No, no one's giving me one.
Well, Damo's...
There's no one got healing touch or anything. Saves the potion of healings for another
I've
time.
already blinking help him up. I've already blinking give him 10 of my bloody thing. I need to rest first before I can divvy it anymore.
You're stable. That's the main thing at the moment. Okay, you're not dead. But what the party's preparations will be in the next episode. You'll have a chance now to discuss anything that you want to. Do you have any questions for one another, or are you comfortable with where we are at the moment?
Well, yeah. You two disappeared too.
I want to question the new guy, Solazina.
Yeah, that's fine. So what do you want to ask, Achilles?
New lady.
New lady.
I kind of want to run over and be quite aggressive and still be on arms to be like, and Achilles would be like, "What's your business on this ship now?"
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Seeing as I don't have my own ship and men, but we won't go into that. I was actually captured on that ship. So I did have my own men. I did have my own ship, but we got shipwrecked. All my men are lost at sea. And I got taken onto the Moonbeam as a capture. And that's when obviously the fighting broke out between the two ships. I managed to escape, and then I joined onto your ship and started fighting alongside you, as I said, with my common enemy.
But
So
you
who was-
needed
who was
seamen,
fighting on
though.
the ship? Were they? Yeah. Were they fighting? Were they fighting those other horsemen, whatever they're called?
That happened during the fight. He'd already left by that point.
Okay.
How did you become shipwrecked?
Where are you from?
So there was a storm. Well, we'd have to ask the DM more about this because I was quite disappointed that I was shipwrecked in the first place.
Right. What we'll do, we'll end the episode there, because we can catch up with Jan on his backstory then for the next one.
we get level 3?
What's that?
Could we get level 3?
No, you're not. You're nearly there, but you're not there yet.
Yeah.
Damn.
Give experience now, and then it builds up from there. But yeah, if we just do levels, that's even better.
Yeah. So this experience is getting you close, but you're not there yet. So we're going to end the episode there. I'm going to ask everyone to just go quiet just for a couple of seconds while we do the outro. But thank you, everyone, for joining us for episode 4.
Are we live?